everyone, I'm here with your weekly astro weather for the week of January 28th to February 4th, 2018. So I know I didn't do one last week. I just didn't have time. I try to do them as much as I can, but you know, I just do them when I can. So this week I have them for you. I have January 29th to February 4th. So let's talk about the headlines for this week. The first one is that there is a big full moon this week. We have a full moon in the sign of Leo. It is the second full moon in a month, and when there's two full moons in a month, the second one's called the blue moon, thus the phrase once in a blue moon, because it doesn't happen very often. And that is considered to be by some to be an extra powerful full moon. So if you have any full moon rituals you want to do, this is a time to do it for sure. So full moons happen when the sun is in the opposite sign of the moon. So the moon is going to be in the sign of Leo, the sun will be in the sign of Aquarius. And so we have here, we also have a lunar eclipse. So that's when the shadow of the earth goes over the moon. The sun and the earth and the moon are all in the same line. So we have a lunar eclipse. This is the lunar eclipse card from the Black Moon Astrology deck. And it says change. Here you have the moon. There you go. Eclipse. Very nice. Lunar eclipses are a time of change, but they're usually a time of internal change. They're a time when we start to think about some of the changes that are going on. It affects us on a more personal level. Solar eclipses are times of change, but it's more outward. It's in the outward world. So the lunar eclipse usually signals the change starts in us, and then when we get to the solar eclipse, which will be on the new moon, the next new moon, because they come in pairs, that's when that change will manifest itself in some area outside in our life. So look at your chart where it is to see where the lunar eclipse is, where Leo and Aquarius will be in your chart. For me, that's career and creativity. The houses of career, houses of creativity. So hopefully there'll be some changes in that area. You know, I'm a creative person, so, you know, that excites me. It doesn't worry me in any way. So look at that, look at those areas, look where that is in your life to know where the changes are going to occur. So yeah, so it's going to be a time of change. Also, full moons, of course, you know, affect everyone a little bit differently. But if you're a strong lunar person, you know, if you're a Cancer, if you're a Pisces, if you've got a strong, you know, you've got a Cancer moon in your chart, it'll probably affect you to a greater degree than perhaps some other people. Everyone's going to be a little different. So be prepared for people to be moody and mood swings and things like that. People may be a little bit over dramatic. That's just part of the full moon thing. And people are, you never know how it's affecting them, some of the changes that are going on. So just keep that in mind for this week. So that is on Wednesday, January 31st. All these times are in Central Time, so adjust for your time zone as you need to at 7:27 a.m. So you might want to do something Tuesday or Wednesday night for the full moon. The other thing we have is we have Mercury moving into the sign of Aquarius at 7:39 a.m. on Wednesday, January 31st. So right around the time, same time as the full moon. Mercury rules the way we communicate with people, and so that is changing signs as well. So it is going from, and I'm just using the, what are these cards called? I think they are called, oh, I always forget what they're called. They're out of print. I can't remember what they're called. It'll come to me later. But anyway, we have Mercury's moving from Capricorn, which is all about organization, getting to work, figuring things out, to Aquarius, which is all about originality. Aquarius rules invention, it rules science, computers, outer space, things like that, exciting things. So we get away from the humdrum and we want to kind of do something different. We communicate in new ways and we talk about new ideas and we're excited about things. So being an air sign, Mercury is pretty comfortable in Aquarius. So that is changing for us on Wednesday as well. Mars as well, just, you know, last week it moved into the sign of Sagittarius. And when it moves into Sagittarius, it's about, this deck says domination. Mars is pretty happy in Sagittarius because it's happy in fire signs. As you can see, Sagittarius rules things like religion. We've got 3 major religions here, ideas. And so we're trying to, sometimes especially if Mars is quite strong in our chart, we might be trying to force our ideas on people, or we might feel like people are trying to force their ideas on us. It's okay to be persuasive, but we shouldn't be trying to force people to look at our ideas. So there may be some fights or arguments about beliefs over the next while, but then again, you might be also invigorated to defend yourself, defend your beliefs, and also get together with others who have similar beliefs as well. So just, those are the headlines with the energy of what's going on this week. So let's take it day by day. So Monday, January 29th, we start the day with the moon in Cancer. So we're very nurturing, we're feeling sensitive, we are feeling maybe a little worried about things. Sometimes we're a little oversensitive when the moon is in Cancer. Mercury has a square with Chiron, the wounded healer, as well. So again, we may be feeling oversensitive, and somebody may say something that pokes a wound or pokes an old, just something that triggers us or pokes a button in us. So be aware of that on Monday. Look at it as an opportunity to examine, why is this bothering me, rather than lashing out at somebody over it. And that's Monday. Tuesday, we start the day, there's a void moon at 10:40 a.m. So when the moon's void, it's not making any aspects to any other planets. So that's not a time to start anything. That's a time to kind of relax and not do anything new. And then the moon moves into Leo. Actually, we start the day with the moon void, and then the moon moves into Leo at 10:40 a.m. So we may be feeling quite dramatic, want to put ourselves out there, very proud of ourselves. It's a good day to be in the spotlight. If you need to get things done, that's a day to do it. Tuesday in the afternoon. I think that's the only thing for Tuesday. And then Wednesday's kind of a big day because that's the day we have the full moon. That's the day when Mercury moves into sign of Aquarius. So the energy's really shifting up that day. A lot of high energy, lots of drama. Also people, expressing their ideas. You may have sudden insights. So it's going to affect people differently. Like I said, some people may be extra moody. Other people will have like flashes of insight because especially if Mercury is stronger in their chart on that day. The sun also has an opposition with Ceres. Ceres is the asteroid in charge of nurturing ourselves, mothering, our diet, and exercise. So there may be changes that we have to make to things like that, to how we're nurturing, how we're mothering things, changes that we are kind of imposed on us from the outside. So we might get news about our health or something where we have to change something up. We might be inspired to make a change as well on that day. So big day for changes on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we have a void moon and at 4:59 a.m. and then the moon moves into Virgo at 1:13 p.m. on Thursday. So morning is not a time to really change things up. Take it easy. And then in the afternoon, we're getting down to business. We're getting organized. Virgo is a sign of organization. It's a sign of critical thinking. So we might be also a little critical of ourselves or others, so avoid that. But we're getting down to work with things. We're tending to the details. And then on Friday, moon stays in Virgo, so we continue in that kind of energy. We also have, as well, I know there's something else on Friday. There is. We have Saturn making a trine with Athena. So Friday's a really good day for us to look at the long-term future because Athena is all about strategy. So what are we going to do for the long term, especially over the next 3 years with Saturn being in Capricorn? What are our long-term plans? What do we want to do? What do we need to work on? How are we going to do that? Because it's good to have an overall picture of where you want to go, but now we have to look at the details and say, okay, what am I going to do day to day, week to week to enact those changes? And Friday is a really good day to take a look at those things. Saturday, we have a void moon at 1:07 a.m. and then the moon moves into Libra at 3:47 a.m. So for the weekend, moon's going to be in Libra, making us want to be with partners, work together with people. We want to be in harmony. It's a good time to decorate as well. We also have Mercury having a sextile with Mars at 9:57 a.m. So we're having, our communications with people will be quite easy that day. Keep your sense of humor, have a sense of laughter. It's going to be an easygoing kind of day on Saturday. We also have Venus conjuncting Juno, the asteroid in charge of partnerships and marriage. So harmony with our partners as well. So Saturday's a really easygoing day. And then Sunday, moon remains in Libra, and we have Venus squaring Jupiter that day. So we might be feeling a little more sensitive on Sunday. Something may happen that upsets us or rattles us a little bit. Something that pushes us to expand our attitudes, to expand our minds, but it's still like, oh, because people don't like change. So that's the only thing on Sunday to watch for. But then again, you know, it's good. It's good sometimes to embrace change. So that's the week that I'm seeing for you. Full moon, that's the big thing this week. You know, let me know how it's affecting you. If you want your own astrology chart, you can always, of course, click on the Etsy box below. Shameless plug for myself, I know. But that's the astrology weather. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Put them below, and I'll see you next week.